Today's video, I just wanted to say, make sure you guys sign up for my free 5-day money email course. All you have to do is sign up below with your name and email, and every day you're going to be getting a money gem from yours truly. So you guys really don't want to miss out if you haven't already signed up already. Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I have a special guest with me here, Anthony Hartzog, who will actually create his own debt challenge. So I'm going to sit here and chat with him, ask him a few questions about how did his debt challenge go. For those of you guys who don't know, I actually created a debt challenge a few years ago now where I helped 10 people eliminate $39,500 worth of debt in just 10 weeks. And Anthony here actually heard an interview that I did with Paychecks and Balances, and he was inspired to create his own debt challenge. So welcome, Anthony.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited to learn more about you and your challenge. So what first made you even want to start your own debt challenge?
Obviously I heard the interview. I heard your name mentioned. I started researching more about, yourself and your story. And I ran across the debt challenge, and it's something that me and my wife have been pretty passionate about over the last 2 years, just eliminating debt. And we're kind of like at the last part of our debt, like the last 20,000 or so.
Nice.
So we just needed a little bit of motivation. So I said, we had our own debt challenge. We would just get focused. But I said, let me just open this up to a few people who are also, I know, along the same financial journey. And then I reached out to you for that information, and you kind of helped me set it up. So that was the real reason, just keeping myself accountable and just getting some people along for the ride.
Oh, awesome. And do you feel like it was easy to get other friends and family on board?
Oh, yeah. Once I put it out there, so what I knew was going to happen just with anything in life, everyone wants to be involved with it because it sounds cool. But then once we kind of got down to it, I said, all right, well, we'll have a $6 buy-in to kind of eliminate. I had 60 people respond. I put it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. 60 people said they want it, and I sent out the email. From that email, I said, respond to this email if you're interested furthermore. 20 people responded, and 15 people actually sent the initial buy-in of $6 in. So it was easy getting people involved. Just keeping them engaged throughout the challenge was more interesting.
Okay, so for yours, they had to pay a $6 buy-in. And then was there any other costs they had to pay? Because I know the winner ended up winning $700 at the end.
Yes. So it was a $6 initial buy-in, and every Friday they had to send $6 in. So the total cost was $66.
Oh, nice. I like that. So you did it every week.
Exactly. So it was some people that actually had some connection with me, but there was others who really didn't know me they just saw me on social media. So I didn't want to have people that didn't know me send me $66 and I run away with their money. So I just said, you guys can send it in increments, but everyone who knew me, send it in, when I started the challenge.
Oh, that's good. So as they're sending you their debt updates, they're sending you the money at the same time.
Exactly.
Nice. That was different from mine. I just had the money paid up front. Like, listen,
But you were already established as a money guru. So people just knew me. They knew my story a little bit. They knew I was paying off debt with my wife, and I was kind of open with my story. So they had some understanding of my journey itself.
Okay. That makes sense. So what is something that you feel like you learned while being a part of this debt challenge?
Well, being a part of the debt challenge, I realized that, number one, the group that we had they kept each other accountable. So I guess one of the major things I learned was putting the group together. If you can see people's numbers, it makes you more competitive to kind of get to your end goal. So we had a lot of people who were just talking crap to each other and, posting their daily updates. I just saved this money, or I just picked up this job, or people were doing research where they would get $200 to just complete a form or something like that. So the level of competitiveness taught me that you see people's numbers, it makes you want to get more focused.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. I found the same thing. Just seeing how much people were paying off, it made you kind of step your game up. You're like, wait a minute, I need to pay some more debt.
Exactly. And one of the other things I learned along this challenge was that this is something people want to do. They just don't know how. And I think having a why behind it makes it more powerful for them. So once we started discussing people's why do you want to pay off this debt? Why do you want to pay off this credit card? It made them get more focused as to what they were doing.
I agree. Yeah, I think a why is super important. And it just keeps you focused too. When you feel like you're getting off track, you got to remember your why. Why'd you start in the first place?
Exactly.
But did you feel like there was a majority of debt that people were paying off? Was it like credit card debt? Was it student loan debt? Was it a car loan?
So one person paid off their car loan. They had a couple thousand left, and they was gonna let it ride out, but they paid off their car loan. The majority of the debt was actually student loans. Some people had lingering credit cards,
Okay.
a couple thousand here and there, but most of it was student loans. The person was paying off some medical debt, but aside from that, it was mostly student loans.
Do you feel like you found yourself paying off debt differently in the challenge versus paying off debt on your own?
Um, I think the only difference that we actually had was now that people were looking at our numbers, we made sure we had at least $100 every single week at a minimum. I think one week I forgot to submit a payment, which was on me, and the group kind of got on me about that. But aside from that, every week we had at least $200. I'm looking at my numbers. It was at least $200 every week. So normally I would wait to the end of the month, at the end of the budget, and put that money to the debt. But we made sure every week throughout the 10 weeks we had something going to debt.
Okay. No, that's awesome. And did side hustles play a role into this at all? Because I know I see like dogs on your Instagram story.
Oh, yeah. The side hustles is something that we take great pride in. We have a lot of them. I'm a director at an IT company, so my boss doesn't understand why I do so much outside of work.
Mhm.
And my conversation was really simple with him. It was like, you guys pay me a salary, but I'm limited with what you guys can pay me. But outside of work, I can make as much money as I want, or that time allows me to. So side hustles, we both work at Equinox part-time.
Nice.
We do rover.com. So we watch dogs. We have a dog, and when we first got him, he wasn't really fond of other dogs, but this allowed us to bring dogs into our home, which made him more comfortable. So year to date, we've watched, I think, 45 dogs total.
Oh, wow.
There's only a couple. That probably brings in about $400 a month. So it's not really too crazy, but it's just something that we're already doing. My wife works at a private practice. In her free time, she's a mental health counselor, so she does that on her free time. I used to rent my car out as well with this application called Turo. It's a peer-to-peer car rental service. I was doing that for a while. Then once I paid off my car, I stopped doing that because I wasn't really comfortable with people using my car.
Okay.
So yes, long story short, it does help out a lot when you're trying to pay off debt.
Wow, a lot of side hustles here. That's awesome. And I love how you guys do the Equinox part-time, because now that's like your gym membership and your
yeah. And the reason that was the exact reason why I started working at Equinox. I wanted a gym membership, and I love Equinox. Because when I was in New York, I used to go there. But they had an opening when I went there, and I applied, and I got the job.
No, that's
that
awesome. And I
And we
also
also-
love.
Yep.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was like, we also started a cleaning business during this time too. So
Oh my God! Wait, first of all, when are you guys sleeping? Like that's what I was.
there's always time. Like my wife, she leaves the house to do her side hustle a lot more than me. So there's always time. After work, she goes to Equinox, or after work, after her full-time job, she would go to the actual her side hustle, which is the mental health counseling. She would do that and then go to Equinox after that. So
Wow.
this weekend, I didn't see her Saturday. That's why I said I had time to do the interview on Sunday, because she didn't come home till like 6, 7 o'clock on a Sunday, and then Saturday was like 8 o'clock at night. So you make time for what you want.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love how you also mentioned that like you are in control of how much you make versus like your job, So a lot of people are like, I can't make more money because my job only pays me this amount, but no, you can make more money. And
you just got to find out. You got to find out what you're able to do.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the last two questions. Were there any challenges that you faced during this challenge or with your group?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that one of the major challenges was trying to keep people motivated. There's only so much you could do if they lose that fire. There's only so much you could do. One person jumped out to a lead early on. That's why I hit you up and asked you, like, how do you keep people motivated? Because that person was out by they had a good 3-4 weeks ahead of other people's their track of paying off their debt.
Yeah.
So keeping people motivated, keeping them engaged was another one. We had some people. Seth, he was talking a lot of crap in the group, so he kept people engaged. So just motivation and engagement were probably two of the hardest parts. But people, once they got their numbers in and they saw every week how much we paid off as a group, it kept them excited to continue.
Okay, awesome. And what was the total amount that you guys paid off? And how was yours 11 weeks?
It was 10 weeks. It was
10 weeks. Okay.
supposed to be 12, and I thought it was too long. And I came back to you and said, "You find 10 to be okay?" He's like, "10 is exactly what I did." So,
Okay.
and the total amount of debt paid off in the 10 weeks was $68,725.
Wow, 68,000. That's awesome. Wow, you guys definitely were working hard.
Yeah, but the ranges were during that time. I paid off 13,000, and other people. I put my numbers in there to make sure people knew I was participating and keeping myself accountable as well. But it ranged. Like I won the competition because I saw their numbers. I saw their numbers before they submitted it to the group. So I was like, all right, well, they're putting in this amount. Let me try to find some money and put in this amount. So I made sure I won the competition, number one. But I didn't take the money home. But it ranged from that, and then some people paid off like $1,000, which was like their last credit card, and the reason they did it was just to kind of push themselves to that last amount of money. So one of the quotes that my friend Glenn had, who was actually the grand prize winner, he paid off 12,000. He said, at the end of the day, you didn't really lose the competition because obviously he won the competition, but he said that as long as you were paying off debt, no one was really losing.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like a win-win either way. Even if you don't win, you're still winning. So
yeah, you paid $66 and you paid off, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in debt that you wouldn't have paid off before. So it worked out.
Definitely. Yeah, there's something powerful about having a community behind you to reach your goals. And so, well, thank you so much, Anthony, for being here today.
Problem.
How can people keep in touch with you?
Social media, Rockstar1906 on Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, I think it's Anthony Hartzog, HARTZOG, or just via email, anthonyhartzog@gmail.com. I try to be responsive.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For more money tips and inspiration, be sure to head over to youngyetwise.com. I'm Candice Marie, and as always, be wise, stay humble, and build. I'll see you guys next time.